Technology has simplified our world. And while tech has improved many parts of life, healthcare has remained way behind the times. In fact, in the UK, there are over 50 million patient appointments for self-care conditions that people could remedy at home. Caidr is designed to give you a clear path to great health by taking the complex tangle of medical jargon, treatments, and therapies and untangling it. We're here to help you decide when to see a doctor or when self-care can work from home. In just a few clicks, you can get health and wellness products delivered right to your door. Caidr's content is reviewed and certified by the UK's top doctors and pharmacists, with medical expertise spanning 9 different medical specialties. Using a medical lexicon of more than 97,000 medical terms, that content is accessed using natural language processing algorithms in less than 1/100th of a second, making it one of the fastest and most comprehensive health search engines in the world. At Caidr, we believe everyone deserves access to quality personal healthcare. That's why a percentage of our profits go to funding humanitarian aid programs around the world through our Give Back program. Our goal is simple: to provide a clear path to smart self-care. From trusted medical content to top self-care products, we bring great health and wellness to you. What are you waiting for? Use Caidr on the web or download the Caidr app. And feel better already.
Thank you very much. So I'm Tom Maggs, and I'm here from CLINOVA. It's just a bit about me. So I'm a paediatrician by training. Worked in the NHS for 8 years before joining CLINOVA on their journey in 2019 to head up the Caidr project. So today, I'm here to introduce you about the future of self-care. Founded by 2 pharmacists who met at university, CLINOVA is a global digital consumer healthcare company focused on smart self-care. Lifestyle decisions right now are being driven more by awareness about what's good and what's bad for your health. And through accessibility and information of products, CLINOVA aims not only to help people now, but to prevent illness in the future. Over the past decade, CLINOVA has focused on successfully bringing brands to market, like ORS and CoverFlu, that meet consumer lifestyle needs. We are now on a mission via Caidr to help consumers look after themselves. Caidr is a complete health search engine for smart self-care. It combines specialist medical content developed in-house over many years, pharmacist-recommended products, and fast delivery to your door within 24 hours. Caidr literally puts great healthcare in your hands. So, in a nutshell, Caidr's offering provides the health information you might expect from Google, the product choice of Amazon, as well as the convenience of delivery, just like DoorDash, all in one app. We drive value from 3 pillars. First is the platform, which is the sale of self-care products and services to users. The second is HealthWords, which is a health search advertising revenue stream. And the third is data, which in the past we've used to see gaps in the market to create some of the unique brands you see here, like ORS, CoverFlu, and Wake. So the closed search era is here, and healthcare is the last multi-trillion-dollar industry to see the rise of a key global player. Rather than open a browser, most people now have 10 to 15 apps that they live their life through. Looking for a movie? Netflix. A flight? Skyscanner. People are fed up of Googling health problems and instead are turning to Caidr to take complex medical data into a simple diagnosis and curated product offering. We believe Caidr has what it takes to be alongside some of these household names as the pharmacy in your pocket. This is a founder-backed business with Charles and Aslan at the helm, and they are both pharmacists by background. They've spent their careers delivering consumer health brand success. The strength of a board like this takes time to build. The board holds deep expertise in technology, health, FMCG, and finance, and with experience from businesses like P&G, GSK, EMIS, JP Morgan, and McKinsey. They've all been with the company for more than 3 years and are ready to guide us in the next stage of growth. We've grown our team methodically over the past few years, employing contributors who have strong prior experience in the health industry. We are primed to unlock CLINOVA's potential growth. We have expertise in key areas in the health market, such as regulation, technology, e-commerce, and clinical medicine, that give Caidr the structure to be able to expand. CLINOVA spent the last decade building trust in the healthcare market space through the current brands and global partnerships. 3 rounds of finance later, and we're generating 7 million a year in revenue through brands like ORS and Covaflu. And we've built Caidr from conception through to its latest version of Caidr 3, which is ready to roll out at scale and live via the App Store and web stores. R&D has been a key focus for us during this period, and it's been key to bringing our digital offering to the consumer base, developing both the platform and the content library that fits with this. So, to the important bit, what's the problem currently? So, today, if you're feeling unwell, you have to navigate a very complex and inefficient model for self-care, often leading to confusion and delays when you're trying to achieve. It can be time-consuming and confusing, and often leads to poorer clinical outcomes. The solution. So Caidr can deliver a faster, safer, and smarter alternative. Simply type backache into the search bar, and we'll give you some useful, concise information in addition to a product or service to help, delivered to you in less than 24 hours. If you feel like there's something more serious going on, then we'll act as the triage and hand you off to a practitioner or emergency service. Our solution is fast, efficient, and clear. So the key feature that drives Caidr is the search, where you can go straight to a condition like headache or a product like Panadol. Or if you want to have a longer journey because you think there's something more complex, you can turn to our symptom checker. We also have the ability to engage with users through our messaging, and we have other aspects like travel health, which are proving pretty popular as the world opens up. Building and maintaining trust in a market like this is paramount, and we've operated internationally in a highly regulated market, and this is something we've taken true amounts of time to get right. Caidr's symptom checker is a Class 1 medical device registered with the MHRA, and we work with a number of other key stakeholders to keep quality high, not just across the platform, but across products, advice, and how we handle data. So let's talk about defensibility. So our search engine augments human expertise with machine performance. Your search term, like backache, is run through the natural language processing model, tokenized, and the diagnosis then delivered via a customized content response based on search criteria, health data, and user demographics. Finally, the user sees recommended products and services available to purchase and have delivered. The machine then looks to improve and scale itself, using health trends to continually enhance the database, using data to flag the need for new content and product creation. One of the core bits of our long-term IP is our content library. We've taken multiple years to grow this and build the machine behind this simple search. It's expansive, covering 9 different medical specialties. That's 97,000 distinct medical terms and 213,000 words delivered to you in less than half a second. It's updated daily by a team of 20 doctors and pharmacists. We're also protected by more than 240 trademarks, patents, and registered designs in the countries that we operate in. So how do we make money? The 7 million in revenue that we generate today is just from our own brand suite. Once launched, Caidr will have the ability to drive revenue through two streams. Firstly, a 15% commission on third-party products sold. And once we reach a critical mass, we can switch on health words, which works a bit like Google Ads. It's a brand bidding revenue stream for sponsored products. What's more, we can weave live content advertisements into the library, as shown in the example at the bottom. So going back to what the three key pillars of what Caidr is: trusted content, pharmacist-recommended products, and delivery. The middle pillar, recommended products, is an area where we truly feel that we can differentiate from the market. By creating product bundles that act as a single solution for consumers, Caidr maximizes the benefit of having pharmacists involved in this stage. Not only recommending multiple products for a condition, but by recommending products that can work synergistically together, we're enhancing the value that is delivered to the customer. So the next really important point is how we're going to execute our plan and reach our first 1 million users of Caidr. Our go-to-market strategy has 5 channels: organic growth, performance marketing, project integration, and leveraging partnerships, both existing and new ones. For this, we have a marketing strategy which is primed and fully costed, having received both internal and external input. Starting with organic growth, the market for OTC consumer health and self-care and health search advertising is huge. This slide just shows the sheer scale of the markets that we're talking about, that we're aiming to gain traction in, with a TAM of 582 billion and a SAM of 34 billion. Our first target markets for this are the UK, US, India, UAE, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, and Australia. We've tested Caidr now with over 173,000 patient or users, and the feedback so far has been excellent, both in terms of how they would recommend it and their propensity to reuse it. Here are some of our feedback numbers, but in particular, I want to raise your attention to over 90% of people said they would use it again, and over 90% said there were no medical words they didn't understand. This point particularly aligns with one of our key goals of accessibility. For performance marketing, we've teamed up with AKQA, a global player whose brands include Netflix, Nike, and TikTok, to help us launch Caidr into the key markets that we've identified. That will be first into the UK this quarter, and then into the US next year. We have 2 really exciting products outside of this within the self-care services space that we're integrating this quarter. And they'll give us access to 4 million patients in the UK, 500 GP surgeries, and make a positive revenue contribution to the group. These are just a handful of our existing global relationships and partners that have helped us build the brand suite that we have today and make a success of that. We're able to reach across the world with our brands and have spent years working with some of these well-known partners. We're really excited now to be working with them to deliver this direct-to-consumer offering of Caidr to the market. So let's talk competition. So there are many players in the market who are taking off parts of this self-care journey, but no one is delivering the pharmacy in your pocket solution that Caidr has. Some companies do information well. Some companies do pharmacy well. Some companies engage with users well. But we think we have a unique solution that is able to deliver on all angles. This is CLINOVA Group's revenue up to date, which has been growing nicely. And the brands will continue to deliver. But Caidr is driving the main growth from this year and has the lion's share of revenue by 2025. But we need an injection of growth capital in order to deliver this. We're raising 30 million with 15 million as an initial close, where EIS and VCT eligible. And the funds will then be taken to spearhead the rollout of Caidr, continue strong growth in our brand suite, and enable us to complete 2 synergistic project integrations to scale Caidr. Thank you very much for listening. And please come and speak to both Charles and myself at the booth later on if there are any questions that you have.
Stay there.
Perfect.
Stay there. Right, so you want to raise 30 million.
We do.
So I'm just thinking about the YouTube model, because when we watch videos, we get annoying advertisements, but if we went premium, then we would be advert-free. And I noticed in your presentation that you were talking about partner advertisements appearing. So would it be the same principle that if we paid for a premium service, it would be advert-free and you'd get some revenue?
It's one of the things that we've looked at, but I think one of the first things to say is different than necessarily because we're in a controlled and regulated environment. Every product that's matched to a content piece is matched by a pharmacist recommending it. And that's really our unique selling point in the market in total. So anybody who is going to advertise on our market still can't step outside of those boundaries. So if you're going to be matched to a content piece, you need to have an approval that that is the right product for that user. However, there is still space in the consumer health market, that there are lots of different products that still do a similar piece for different conditions, and that's where I think there's definitely space. One of the other serious areas that we view space is actually being able to deliver novel solutions. So not just be able to deliver the normal products that you'd expect from maybe in a pharmacy, but actually be able to advertise newer and novel systems that are being brought to market, and actually allowing Caidr to be the distribution center for some of those.
If I had a pharmacy in my pocket, I think I'd want a human element. So I was just thinking, in terms of the messaging element with the AI, would I be interacting with chatbots, or would I have the hybrid option of speaking to physicians and real-life doctors as well? So
just in terms of the real-life doctor bit, one of the real issues, I think, in the healthcare space, and one of the things that makes us different is, yes, there's a lot of telehealth being moved into at the moment. And one of the problems with that is we are just kicking the can down the road. We're not creating more doctors. We're just moving a GP appointment to necessarily on a phone appointment. Now, with pharmacists, there are some ways to access pharmacists easily in that space, but what we are looking at now is actually to be able to include in the same sort of customer service journey, actually to be able to access pharmacists for individual questions relating to the products that you're buying. And doing that right just before. So a lot of people would say, I'm going to buy a product for my child, or I'm going to buy a product for somebody else, and I want to know this bit of information. So if we can include that, that's one of the things that we're going to be looking into improving in a chatbot style, but in slightly different than that. It won't be a robot you're speaking to, it'll be a human.
Okay. Any question? I've got room for one question. We can bring the microphone here, please. Not this one. It's full of germs. I'll get you a nice germ-free one. This lady here, please. So this is the one and the final question of this session.
How does the individuals get involved in your 30 million fundraising?
Sorry, how get involved with our fundraising?
You throw private equity, or you just issue the shares?
We're at the moment we're pre-listing, so we're through private. But I say if you come to the booth later on, then Charles and myself will be able to describe that. We're in M15, so just we can talk you through it individually from that side.
There you go, 30 million sorted.
Perfect.
Well done. Very good. Thank you very much indeed. And tell off your chief executive for giving you the hard job.
I'm very happy to do it. So all good from that side. Thank you very much, everyone.
Take care. Thank you.